the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
One of the most dedicated fan bases in all of sports, Lincoln, Nebraska is home to Memorial Stadium. 85,000 strong, pack it in every time this team kicks it off. Lincoln becomes one of the most special places to watch a college football game. Definitely a bucket list item. Nebraska continues to be one of the strongest traditions in college sports. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Huskers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Here he comes, and he coughs it up inside the 20. Well, that could have been disastrous. Able to recover it and retain possession on the opening kickoff.
Oof, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense? Getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Looking for space. It's Blaylock. Fighting off the defender. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. And the Sooners will hustle to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Might as well run him again. Driven back.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
In just inside their own 20, they need to convert on 3rd and short. Burrowing for yardage. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. The short hands, it's Blaylock. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back.
Runs through a man. He might have space. Crosses midfield. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that's a great job finishing the drive, but man, I got to go back. I love the 4th down call. Being aggressive, first drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone, they cap it off, they create momentum to start.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Out wide left, it's Clark. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Drops back on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Looking for a deep man. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He's knocked down, but this turnover going to be wiped out by a penalty on the defense. They'll take the penalty and move them back. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. He leaves it with the back. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. In these rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what...
And down goes the quarterback, but there are penalty flags on the field. Let's see what the call is. First and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. They'll run it to the right. Turning it on! And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Cornhuskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Right at the line. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these...
Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Husker! The extra point here would tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking for space. It's Blaylock. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
The running back has it. There he goes. Inside the 50. At the 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Sooners. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Ross. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Wants to throw on first. Stepping to the right. He's going to take off. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires it down the seam. He's got it down the field. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run it. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Got his man to the left. He is in! Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Just going to keep it after the snap. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. On the move. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Needs it. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on 4th down.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
The Huskers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Nebraska! Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. The Sooners want to move quickly.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. Grabbed in the middle. It's Blaylock. He's loose. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Simmons. Left side is Hamilton. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh center downs going to the air. Going to take a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Goes high to pull it in. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll ride him again. Gain of 9 on that one. 3rd down and short. He needs a yard. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! Middle of the end zone, he's got it! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. On the return, it's Thomas. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. On the run, it's Blaylock. Just smothered on the play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half. A run for the quarterback. Breaks into the open. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's Simmons to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of this drive. Between the hashes, it's Clark. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Moving out to the right. On the run, fires downfield. Complete downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback changing the play. Wants to pass. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy's becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports desk. We start with the Texas State Bobcats taking on the number 20 team, the North Dakota State Bison.
The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Rolls right. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. It's caught. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They give it back to him. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I love the play design, I love the decision, I love the throw, and I hate the catch. That is a play you got to make on 3rd down.
On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Got to make the play on 4th. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Throwing Simmons. Buying time to his right. Snagged in the middle. It's Sam. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out. You recover it, a forced turnover.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
It's never easy on defense being in a sudden change situation like this. On the very first snap, they take a shot. You're backed up almost in your red zone. Great job forcing an incompletion now to catch your breath, get some momentum.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose, it'll be third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Why not get everybody's heart pumping a little bit, bounce it off that right upright and through. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Simmons. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it way down the field. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting set for the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field. I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Here comes the heat. And down he goes. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Yeah, get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Here's Simmons to throw. Still looking to his right. Makes a grab for a big play. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Sooners in the hurry up.
Wilson. Replace. Venom.
To throw, it's Simmons. They're all over him. And they got him.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Quick give. It's Blaylock. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. He's got him in the flat. Not going to get there, not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a grab past the marker. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Final play of the quarter coming. Trying to establish the run, and they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. This time they'll throw it. Rushes on. And it's a sack.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Throwing Simmons. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Throwing on the run. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it slips just inside that right upright. This is now a 7-point game.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Drops back on first down. Under pressure. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. This offense has it with really good field position. Takes the handoff. It's Blaylock. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Simmons. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving a change impossible. Now here's Simmons. Buys time to his left. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fourth down, Simmons. Lets it fly. Got it down the field. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And you just can't allow that to happen defensively. It's 4th in California. You're in a big zone defense. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. You can't let them pick that up. Somebody's got to make a play on the football, swat it away, get the interception, get off the field. What are we doing?
It's inside. It's Blaylock. And they corral him at the 2-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback keeps it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And as he throws. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. Wait just a second. They're going to go for it here. And, man, if they don't get it, it brings losing into the equation. Needs it here on 4th down. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
RPO complete. Oh, he's got some space. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. To the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Right back to it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Nebraska calls a timeout, and that's their last one. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The handoff. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
Yeah, and I think on that third down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a fourth down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He got it! And they surge on top here in the final minute.
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Release to the back. Hauls it in. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Huskers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Got to find a completion on this one. Here's a throw downfield late. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like,